Somewhere in South Georgia, just off this rural highway, you will find this lonely outpost of an old radio station, sitting out seemingly in the middle of nowhere, actually in the vast farm country of South Georgia, about 8 to 10 miles from the nearest town. The station closed in 2011 and it opened in 1979, so that was a 32-year run. Why did it close? I don't know. All the information I have on it came from FCC records available on the internet. They relinquished their license in 2011, and it's a former AM station, WBBK AM, which is 1260 on the dial. It was a 1,000-watt daytime only station. At the time of its closing, it was a talk radio format, and it carried the Fred Thompson Show. That's all the information that it showed on the format. I would be willing to bet that when it opened in 1979, it was not a talk radio format. I would guess it was probably country music with local news, maybe farm reports about the crops, that sort of thing. Because, in 1979, talk radio was not a big thing at that time. Notice that PA public address speaker up in the peak of the building there. Probably back in the days when the station was open, you would pull up here and hear the programming coming out over that speaker. That noise you hear lets us know that the transmitter is still running, and in fact, from that information I gathered on the internet, this is actually being used by another station to transmit their signal. It's a station in Dothan, Alabama, about 20 miles or so away from here, and it's an FM station, and so they are using this tower for their signal to be broadcast out. There's something so intriguing about this sight of an antenna sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, just pumping out its electrical energy into the surrounding air. Something intriguing and mysterious. Appears to be an emergency generator there on the left, complete with muffler on top. Can't see anything through this window. I was hoping that I could. Take a look here at the front porch. There's a humongous wire spool sitting there on the front porch. I wonder if it's been here since 1979. How many feet of wire did that spool hold? And did it run up the antenna? I'm going to walk out here and try to get a better, more wide-angle view of the overall station from this vantage point out this way. Seems to be about the best place to get that view. You know, the isolated setting of this station gives it kind of a creepy overall vibe to me. It's like a place for a midnight talk show where you would discuss supernatural events or strange occurrences. Or maybe the midnight DJ coming on. You know, like Dave from Play Misty for Me, if you remember that. Now let's walk up here and take a look at the front of the building. And by the way, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Now let's see if we can't get a view of some kind through this fence here. See what that front porch looks like. If you ever listen to a small town AM radio station, or just any daylight station, you may remember that at the end of each day they would have to sign off. At this station it was probably something that went like this: WBBK AM has reached the end of another broadcast day. WBBK operates at a frequency of 1260 kilohertz and a radiated power of 1000 watts. The staff of WBBK wishes everyone a good evening and thanks for listening.